Cooper CPAs, located in the heart of East Nashville, offer a wide variety of tax services for individuals and businesses. Contact them at 615-257-0646 and visit their website, allcooper.com, for a full list of services.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome to Music Business Daily, where we bring you the hottest topics in music news today.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Britney Spears, a little bit of Ozzy Osbourne, and some Justin Bieber in there for you guys, so stick around.
Bandwidth for today's show is brought to you by SoftLayer.com. We love SoftLayer here at Talkapolis. They are the greatest hosting company ever. They make everything easy. Check out their website at SoftLayer.com. Thanks again for sponsoring the show.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Music Business Daily. So first up today, there has actually been news about the Grammy Crusher that walked on stage with the announcers when they were announcing Adele's win. He actually is getting charged and could face a full 6 months of jail time, as well as, I believe, a $1,000 fine for each account that he's been charged with. And I think there's 2 accounts.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That's a little bit scary. The prankster is receiving punishment for his little prank. I mean, there was like over 28 million viewers, I think, worldwide that saw this thing. And so it pretty much just, it's a huge security risk, you know, that this person was able to get on stage. And there's no telling, like, even though for him this was a funny, innocent prank, like, he wasn't doing anything really malicious.
But it leads to other people saying, hey, that guy got on stage, so maybe I can get on stage and do something else, which is very scary. So.
I think the punishment is fair, you know, and the idea of like warding off people that might potentially try something that would be harmful towards the performers or the people involved. So I think hopefully that'll, you know, warn other people to think twice before crashing a big award ceremony with high security in the future.
Yes. Next up, Ozzy Osbourne has publicly apologized to his family and his wife for the drug abuse. He's been, you know, binging on alcohol and drugs the past year and a half. And he, obviously, like, you know, we all know that he's been in and out of rehab over the years, and it's a lifetime struggle for him. That's just, you know, how it is. And, you know, recently he and his wife Sharon have been in separate homes, not living in the same place, and so there's been a lot of media, you know, heat saying, oh, they're getting divorced because he's back on the drugs again. And so, you know, on Facebook he was saying, to set the record straight, Sharon and I are not divorcing. His son Jack tweeted, last time I checked, a lot of British newspapers weren't amazing sources of accurate information. Moving on. So clearly, he's not very happy about the negative attention on his family either.
And
you know, obviously, substance abuse is hard on any family, especially when you're in the spotlight. So I'm glad that they're supporting him, because that's what you need.
And taking the steps necessary to help deal with this issue that they're having, which is good. And I mean, everyone needs a little bit of time away from, you know, whoever it is that they're living with. Like, I'm sure anyone who lives with their partner or significant other or whatever can testify. You just have those times where you just want to get away. And hey, if you happen to have 2 different houses,
I know, right?
Why not do that for a little while and just kind of have some you time, some breather, recollect yourself, you know, so that the relationship can remain healthy.
Yeah.
I think that's, you know, doesn't say that they're getting divorced at all.
No.
Well, next up, Spotify is actually planning on expanding the countries that they do business with. They're actually trying to compete with Pandora Radio, which Spotify actually has about 24 million active users, but they're expanding their market to Asia and Latin America. So people over there will soon be able to start using the Spotify service as well, which I'm sure is very exciting, being able to stream all this live music and get all of this without really having to pay anything if you do the free account. And it's definitely going to give a little bit more competition with Pandora, which has been around a lot longer than Spotify. So Spotify is definitely upping its game to try to put out some good competition and heat out there, which is good for the consumer because it makes it,
now we have choices.
More choices, more affordable. So I think that's really awesome that they're choosing to expand like that.
It's exciting. Our next story, Britney Spears, always exciting, but this time it's for a good story. She recently broke up with her fiancé, Jason Trawick, And now she is dating a lawyer.
Oh.
Yes, she is dating
That's
David
nice.
Liccato. It's her first relationship ever outside of the entertainment world. And the story is basically that her family is really supportive and they really like her new boyfriend.
That's
you know,
awesome.
I'm sure it's nice for her having someone outside of the entertainment world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so her whole family's been responding, you know, in a very positive light to this relationship. There's already
awesome.
talk of her wanting to, you know, add to her family with her new boyfriend after she finishes her spot in Vegas. So
That'll be really wonderful. And it's
Yeah.
always comforting when you know your family approves of someone and
Yes.
that they like them as well. You know,
Yeah.
because sometimes we can't be the best judge of character, but our family can.
Yeah.
Because they're outside of the whole little love bubble kind of thing. So.
I just lost my headband.
Oh no. Well, while you fix that, I'm going to go on to Chloe Grace, the actress, is actually defending Justin Bieber for something he wrote in a museum in Holland on Friday. He wrote a comment in there basically about how Anne was a wonderful person, and hopefully if she were around today, she would have been a believer, I
Yeah.
believe is the term. But a lot of people there actually took it as really offensive that he had written that because they felt like he was making fun or being disrespectful. And she basically is defending him like, well, sometimes, when there's a dark situation, we need to bring light to it, which I actually really agree with that. It may not have been totally appropriate that he did that, but I don't know. I don't think that he would have done that maliciously or
No, not
as
at all.
a meaning disrespect. Like, he thought it was kind of like a lighthearted, like, I really respect this person, and hopefully she would have, been a fan of mine if she
Yeah.
were alive today. So thank you, Chloe Grace, for defending him. I think that's really awesome that you've stood up and defended, a fellow celebrity and, kind of reached out to the media to say, look, no, this isn't who this guy is. Like, he didn't mean that. Maybe it wasn't appropriate, but he didn't mean it to be offensive. So I think that's really awesome that she stood up for him like that.
Thank you, Chloe.
Yeah, exactly.
Our last story of the day takes us to Broadway, one of my favorite topics. The Rascals are actually reuniting on Broadway. This week they premiered their show Once Upon a Dream, which is kind of like a reunion concert slash behind the scenes slash kind of how Jersey Boys, tells the story of artists.
Recorded videos, right? That they also play throughout the show.
Yeah, and some of it is reenactments of like situations that have happened in the band throughout their, existence as a band. They're one of New York's like first awesome rock bands, and so they're going to be replaying all of their hits. There's, like she said, there's recorded videos. So it's a musical. It's on Broadway, but
It's a limited run.
It's only playing until May 5th, so make sure that you go check it out ASAP if you're in the New York area. But I'm excited to hear more reviews about it.
Well, it's a really great way for people that are fans of them, or people that, maybe a parent that wants to introduce their kids or introduce a new generation to this band, to have the opportunity to not only go see them have a reunion performance, but also get to see kind of like a documentary style thing as well, which is kind of a great introduction to their music, I think. So anyone in the area or anyone visiting the area, it'd probably be a really great musical to go see.
Yep.
So, well, that's all we have today for you guys for Music Business Daily. So make sure you tune back in next week, and we will see you soon.
Have a great weekend.
Talkapolis, the social media TV network for your city.